Have two new big developments in the case against Casey Anthony. Tonight, her lawyer, Jose Baez, tells West 2 News he plans to move forward with a request that her check fraud trial be moved, and Baez wants the jail to stop videotaping Casey's visits. West 2's Bob Keeling has been following this case since day one, and Bob, Casey's first trial is just a month away.
That's right, Jim. It's scheduled for January. Now, an Orlando defense attorney we've talked to believes that the judge is holding off on ruling on this change of venue to see if perhaps there might be some sort of plea deal. Meanwhile, Baez says that video releases of Casey's jail visits like this one paint a negative picture of her to potential jurors and should be stopped. If surveillance tapes don't lie, Casey Anthony could have a tough time proving her innocence next month. The images appear to show her passing bad check after check, bleeding her friend's account dry. Due to pretrial publicity, Jose Baez tells West 2 he still wants the check fraud trial moved. Defense attorney Richard Hornsby says it's likely Judge Strickland is waiting as long as he can on a possible plea deal.
What I think Judge Strickland is saying is that okay, I want to call your bluff. It's either a trial or it's not. We're not going to go through all this maneuvering and legal procedure for you to eventually just plea out anyways and waste all the court's time and money.
But Hornsby says don't expect a plea. Prosecutors want a conviction on multiple fraud counts so they can use that against Casey in her murder trial.
They want to be able to impeach Casey Anthony or any statements attributed to Casey Anthony in her murder case.
Meanwhile, Baez says he hopes the defense can persuade Strickland to eliminate video releases of Casey's jail visits. What happened with the other visits was horrible, Baez told us. He said the state's release of the videos is used to paint an ugly picture of her. Hornsby says that argument won't work.
Every court is going to say no. We're not going to give one person special treatment just because she happens to be in a high-profile case. So there's no chance he's going to win on that particular motion at all.
And of course, Baez has said these video releases is why Casey hasn't had visits from her family members in months. And we should also mention that as it stands now, the check fraud trial date is set for January 25th. Jim?
Bob, thanks a lot. Also today, prosecutors are asking the judge to deny a defense motion to dismiss 9 of the 13 fraud counts. Casey's lawyers argue she's being charged multiple times for the same crimes. In their response today, prosecutors outlined why this is not double jeopardy and asked him to reject the defense's motion.